In this video, we're going to review how to use slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is this y equals mx plus b thing. In order to use this form of an equation of a linear function, we need to figure out what everything means. The two important things are the m stands for slope, and the b, which stands for the y-intercept. It's really important because the y-intercept is on the y-axis. The y-intercept is also our starting point. Okay, so it's where we start. The slope tells us how to move. So in case you forget, there are two parts. There's an up-down piece and there's a right-left piece. In this equation that we have over here, we're looking at y equals 3x minus 5. So we need to first pull out the two parts. The first part is this. This is the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is negative 5. That's the point 0, negative 5, and that's always on the y-axis. So negative 5 on the y-axis gives us our first point. So that is right here. Okay, that's our point 0, negative 5. Our slope is this other piece, okay? And the other piece, the other number that we have to deal with is this 3. All right? That's our slope. Remember, slope is two parts. So we need to have a denominator. In order to write 3 as a fraction, okay, what can we divide 3 by to still get 3? The only thing we can do is divide by 1. So there, our fraction has two parts. So if our slope is 3 over 1, that tells us that we are going to go up 3 and right to the right 1 space. They are both positive motions. So we are going to start at our point here, the y-intercept, and we're going to go up 3. So 1, 2, 3, to the right 1, and there's our next point. And we can do that as long as we have room on our graph. So up 1, 2, 3, right 1, there's a point. 1, 2, 3, 1, point. So all of these points together create our line. So if I were to draw my line, there you go. Okay, so that's our line. That's how we use the equation in slope-intercept form to create a graph. The next piece you can see here is we can transform that to standard form. So I can take y equals 3x minus 5. If you remember, standard form has the x and the y piece on the same side of the equation. So somehow we have to move this 3x to the other side of the equation. We can do that by subtracting 3x from both sides. Since x and y are different variables, we can't really combine them. So we just write them next to each other, just like this. Remember, our 3x's cancel out on the right side of the equation. For me, this is perfectly valid. Standard form says no fractions, no decimals as coefficients. We don't have those. All we have are integers. Also, x and y are on the same side of the equation. That's also the case here. For some people, though, you might want to change this coefficient of x to be positive. So in that case, your final answer would be positive 3x minus y, because everything is opposite, equals positive 5. So these two are your standard forms, and for me, they're both equivalent. Okay, that's how you transform or change that equation to standard form. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to write the equation of the line given the line. Okay, so if we want to look at slope-intercept form, obviously we need a slope and we need an intercept. Okay, so the y-intercept is right here where our line crosses the y-axis. This is the point 0, -2. So b equals -2. We can also find our slope. So again, we want to look for points on this line. So we're going to go this way, follow our grid lines, up to, right? I went 1, 2 spaces up, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 to the right, okay? Right 4. So that means my slope is +2, because positive, remember up is positive, and +4 in the denominator, because remember right is also positive motion, or 1/2. Now I have the two important parts of my equation, so I just substitute them in. Y equals 1/2 x plus -2, or y equals 1/2 x minus 2. And that's how easy it is. Bring any questions to class, please.